Let's go.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We in the building.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, gang.
To the top. Good morning, gang. All right, message pinned. We got that there. Let me get your coffee, get your blizzies, get whatever you got there, Gizzy. Come on over to you too. You feel me? Be love, it's Friday. You up and at 'em, you up and at 'em. You chopping up, you chopping up, your connection chopping up. Your connection chopping up, be love.
Here we go.
Now you better. You like.
I know I lost everything. For like a
Nelly
second.
Nail, Uptown Jay is in the building.
Good morning, stop clapping. Uptown Jay. Good morning. Good morning, gang.
Good morning, Toogie. As you come in, you know what to do. Hit that thumbs up. Boop. Don't forget to tell a friend to tell a friend. You know what I'm saying? Nelly, now I know you got a couple good girlfriends. Tell them come on through and see what's new. You feel me? Packy Reeks and Pack. They here in the building. Quench, TV and film is in the building. Hey, family, talk is cheap. That part. If you ain't gonna show and prove, you might as well go ahead and hit a stick and move and roll out. You hear me? Talk is cheap is in the building.
Yes.
How'd you sleep last night, Miss B Lover? B Lover. How'd you sleep?
Hey Rich, good morning. Good morning, Evolution Brooklyn. Good morning, Brother Ron. I slept great. It was a late night for me. I went out and supported my family on the Sean Harvey morning show. Sean Harvey, Miss Miko, Sunny J. We were up in comedy in Harlem, which is uptown 116th and Pleasant Avenue. It was a really good time. And, you know, it's always nice to be amongst people that you really love and appreciate and respect. So it was a great time. How'd you sleep?
I slept like a baby. You know what I'm talking about? I finally did go to sleep. I slept like a baby. See,
did you go live last night?
I went live with Blue Nation podcast. I went live with him for a little spell. Then my phone died because I wasn't paying attention to my bag. I said, you know what? That's my cue. It's like 1:30 something. I said, it's time to go night, nigga. Time to go night.
Yeah, it seems like your night ends at like 2-3 in the morning. I'm just like,
I try for it not to. I try to, not allow it to, but sometimes the lives will just have you going, you know what I'm saying? And we be having fun. So, Hey, Evolution, Brother Ron.
Hey, Rich. Thank you, Rich. I got that tired glow. I don't even have on a full face of makeup. I'm like, y'all just gonna love me today. Hey, Sean.
Get your jar of beef grease.
See what happens when you smother yourself in beef grease? You get this glow.
Good for a lot of things. Sean Elwood's Grand Rising to you. Got to say it with my chest.
Right. For sure. For sure.
As the people come in.
So here we are.
I like how y'all doing with the likes. I like how
y'all doing
with
thank you. Get the likes up. Let's talk that ish, y'all. We waiting for people to come on in.
Good morning. If you would come on YouTube.
What y'all doing this weekend, guys? What are y'all up to? Phil, what you got going on this weekend? I know tonight you got Pheel to Love with the beautiful Evolution Brooklyn. I saw you out in them streets, girl, like a whole G last night, Evolution Brooklyn. We see you, girl. We see you.
What
you got going on?
Me, Pheel to Love Fridays. maybe some miscellaneous lives over the weekend. More so a relaxing weekend. It's gonna be rainy up here, so it's gonna be like but we gonna make it a vibe no matter what it look like outside. You hear me?
Absolutely. I don't know about you, but I remember when I was young growing up on the weekends like this, everybody would grab a spot in the living room somewhere, either on the sofa or on the floor. You grab your pillow, you grab your blanket, and we weren't doing anything but just watching movies, just chilling with the family. There wasn't phones. Nobody was picking up the phone. The phone was on the wall, first of all,
Yeah,
or on the
yeah.
side table. Nobody had phones in their hand. Nobody was picking up the phone. And it was just real quality family time. Does
Or you
anybody
wanted to
do
get
that?
outside, one of the two. LPZ Mo, what's goody? That's a
LPZ, hey
fact.
Lewis,
It
King
was
Mo,
definitely
see
it
you.
was it was definitely family time, or you was trying to be outside. And your parents was like, get out, go on outside, play, go on outside and play. Depending
That's
on
if they
what.
was fed up with you. But if it's cold outside and rainy, they got it. Like they were like, okay, we know these raggedy kids ain't going outside, so we gonna go ahead and figure out what to do inside. And it was just an awesome thing to do. Now I could barely get FaceTime with my kids, like at all. It's
Part of
just
them
like
growing up
what's
with.
going on? I know. She's needed it. Yes, we saw you, boo. You was out there looking good too. Topi speaks. Good morning.
Hey, Topaz speaks. Hey, hey, what's goody like the mob? Welcome to Good Morning, Gang.
On the wall with that long ass cord, exactly, and that loud ass ring. Back in the
La, la,
days,
la, 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 la,
I'm
la,
it's like ring, and it's
la.
always disruptive. And if somebody was on the line, another person couldn't talk, you would get a busy signal. You remember calling your folks and getting that busy signal for hours at a time? You
That
call the
part.
operator and be like, could you just interrupt the line, please? It be your mama talking to your auntie. She be hot. No, like, what? Don't interrupt my talk.
As
Yo,
y'all
the
come in
life,
the door, hit them thumbs up. It don't cost a thing to show some support by hitting that
yes,
thumbs up. Boop, boop. And if you're new to the channel, subscribe, hit that notification bell, bing, so you can be up to date to every time we pop off with something, either with the Good Morning Gang, Feel the Love Fridays, or anything else that's going on. Please
yes.
hit that subscribe button and hit that bell, if you will. But most importantly, them thumbs up. It's Friday. Everybody should
It's
be happy
Friday.
in here. Most people, because I don't think nobody got to work technically tomorrow. There's some people that do, but no. Good
Yes,
morning, top
yes,
top
yes. We're
swag.
gonna
What's
get
going on?
into some
What's going
news in a little bit,
on? You
guys. We're
too,
gonna talk
Kate.
about what's going
Come on over, you
on.
too.
It's Good Friday, so we're gonna
And
talk
we
about
bringing
stuff
it.
that feel.
I'm
And
sorry.
we
Go
got a
ahead.
guest.
We got a guest
We got a guest.
co-host coming too. We got a guest co-host coming too. A lot of y'all know us. Some of y'all don't. You feel me? We gonna let it make it do what it do.
Yes, we cited. We so cited. We cited.
All right, all
Come
right.
on
So
in.
okay, let me get up now. I know that's right. You got to get on up. James Jones, what
Yes.
you on? You in the building?
Yes. Good morning, James Jones.
Yay.
Good to
Top.
see you. Man, there is so much going on in the news. And,
Yep.
when we talk about Feel Good Friday, you can just only be grateful for just like me. I always say it. I'm grateful I'm just alive today because somebody did not wake up. But,
That's a part. That's what
you
that's
know,
a fact.
one of the
That's
things that for me as a parent is always a little bit scary because the drugs that we used to take, I mean, first of all, I was not a drug taker. And when
hold
I
up,
did
hold
start,
up, hold up. You said
look, I
we.
know, right? I was not a drug taker. But when I got in my 30s, I did, start dabbling into weed but that was it. Like I never felt the need or want to do anything more than just smoke a little something. And I
That
don't
part.
even do it now anymore. But even though it's very popular. Good morning, Frank White. Good morning, Watchman. Good
You ain't
morning,
got to
Keisha
lie, big
Hall.
love. You
Good
ain't got to lie.
morning.
You be off that ooh wee. You be off that ooh wee.
let me tell you, I'm gonna tell y'all why I wasn't even doing weed, because back in the days, you knew who your dealer was, right? You only dealt with one or two people, usually one. Then you had to wait for them to show up. You put the call in, be like, "Yo, I need a fix," and they'd be like, "I'll be there in an hour," and it'd be 2 hours later, 3 hours later, you chasing down the weed person. You like, "Come on, man, where you at? I just want to, get the call." And so, now it's kind of like anybody can do it, and everybody does do it, and you just never know what you're gonna get. And so, I know that there was just recently that twice, but in Hackensack, there was a group of co-workers, who basically were messing with this fentanyl. Like, so now they're messing with this fentanyl stuff. And I know everybody has their stuff. There's E and Molly and all this other stuff. Again, because I'm somebody who needs to have a measure of control when I'm out or if I'm getting high, I just can't pop anything. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how it's going to make me feel or how I'm going to react. And we do not need be love running down the street like Pookie, butt naked and crazy, looking for a chicken coop, trying to figure out where to roost.
Lathered up with beef grease. Damn it.
So I always kept mine to a minimum, but there has been like a rash of these fentanyl overdoses where, from popular entertainers, rappers, and it's becoming so common. And I came across this story and I wanted to share it because it's I just want y'all to know it's really scary. I don't know, and I don't judge people, do your thing, but you really do have to be cautious, right? So last week, at least two, so just recently, there's an arrest made in a fentanyl related death of a mom at a house co-workers rally for her daughter. As connection with the death of one of five women. Five women were in the parking lot of the mall messing with fentanyl, and they all overdosed. So you have five women laid out on the mall ground. They had to come in and basically try to save them. One of them passed away.
Mm.
Oh, shoot, what happened to my story?
It passed
So,
away.
yeah, well, one passed away, one has not recovered. So at least two suspects have been seized in connection with the death of one of five women who overdosed on fentanyl-laced cocaine at a mall
Mm.
in Hackensack earlier this month. Meanwhile, loved ones, co-workers, and others are raising money online for the daughter of a 29-year-old Michelle Edo of Bergenfield, a nursing student and single mom who never regained consciousness following the tragic episode.
Mm.
Ito's organs were harvested after she was declared brain dead at Hackensack University Medical Center on Saturday, a family told Daily Voice. She was the youngest of five women who were sharing cocaine in the lower parking garage at the Shops at Riverside, which is a bougie ass mall, by the way, off Route 4 on March 15 when things went wrong. The coke had been laced with fentanyl. Responders administered Narcan to the quintet, ages 29 to 41, all of whom sources say worked together at the mall's Cheesecake Factory. Cheesecake balling like that? Y'all buying cocaine on Cheesecake Factory money? I'm gonna have to
Them
take a look at
tips.
that.
Them
The,
tips.
we don't even start today. They conducted CPR on Ito, who witnesses says staggered towards the middle of the lot before collapsing. She remained unresponsive despite efforts to revive her, first by passerby who included a nurse practitioner, then by police and EMS. Two of the victims quickly came around, but still weren't fully conscious at the time, said an employee at the nearby business who was among those who initially rushed over to help. I have never, ever wanted to put anything up my nose or in my arm or smoke out of a pipe. I don't even, when I did smoke my weed, I didn't even smoke my weed out of a bong or one of those little pipes that they be using. I'm just like, could we just roll this up in some paper? Like, I'm just like, I mean, this is a problem. The fact that people just,
A
I
heavy
mean,
problem.
so my question is cocaine hot again?
Cocaine ain't never stop being hot. What it is they putting stuff in one to try to make it more of a high experience and to make it more addictive. And the fact you have people cutting it with fentanyl, and a lot of them don't know what they're doing, and they're just making guesstimations as to how to cut it or whatever to make it safe. And some of them don't even care. And
Right.
the problem is they putting fentanyl in a lot of things. They even putting it in a spray form and spraying it on marijuana. If you don't know who you get your marijuana from, you might be susceptible to getting some fentanyl laced marijuana as well. You have to be careful out there. You definitely have to be careful out there because fentanyl is taking people out just like that.
Uh, drugs like a conversation because I've had it with my kids. I still have it with my kids. My boys smoke weed. They do. My daughter doesn't, but my boys do. And there's nothing I can really do about it. They're grown men. You know what I'm saying? So the only thing I ever try to do is please just be aware of where you're buying this stuff from. Like, be aware of who you get this from because of situations like this. You know,
Mm-hmm.
are you having those conversations? Are you guys having those conversations with your kids? Cocaine never left.
Yeah,
FTI.
cocaine never left. That's a fact.
They try stretching the work. Hi DC Mumbo Sauce. Weed is
On
no
team.
comparison to other drugs. No one has ever overdosed from it. Right. I've had the
Yeah,
people do.
weed as is, that's a fact. But if you get some fentanyl laced weed, can be a different story. You have to be mindful because some people in the sad spirit of chasing a dollar, sometimes
Yeah.
will overlook your well being to get to that dollar, and you got to be mindful of that because even if anybody's watching that's actually dealing or in that business, you got to understand that if somebody dies at your hands or that you supply somebody else that supplies somebody else, you can go to jail for the rest of your life or an equivalent of off of fentanyl death. They treating fentanyl like heroin, like certain other pills. Y'all gotta be really careful out there. And those of y'all that partake, party, and or get high, listen. Every high ain't a good high. Every high ain't a good high. Understand that before you jump out there and get pressed, go to somebody and just get anything. Go to somebody that you excuse me, that you know values
Mhm.
your patronage and cares about the product that they provide you or whatever. Be very
Right.
careful because a lot of people, young and old, that are succumbing to fentanyl laced drugs. Trust and believe.
Yeah, for sure. Just like, be aware if that's what you're doing. Like I said, I don't do it anymore. Just because of the hassle. I actually last year the last thing that I was messing with was those weeds in the vape thing. Where it's like that you can't smell it. At least people say you can't smell it, but I think you can smell it. Ain't no way you can't. But weed. And when I tell you, my lungs felt like they were gonna collapse. I was like, I cannot mess with this stuff. Like either I'm getting too old or I just don't know. I love life too much to continue to put myself on the line. So, but even more so, I think even us as conscious adults, it's like we gotta keep an eye on these kids. Because here you
Mm-hmm.
are, we always, oh, they're a good student and they're working hard. A nursing student who went to work, you know what I'm saying? And now she's gone just because she went to the parking lot. So, and
To
I know
party,
Rich
to get a
has
bump.
seen, to it's just crazy. And Rich, I know you must see a lot of this. Rich, so Quench TV and Film is actually my boy Rich. He is an EMT in New York City, and so I
Mm-hmm.
know that he
No,
probably
we see
sees
a
a lot
lot
of
of it.
craziness, but stay safe. Keisha said, I told my boys if they're gonna smoke weed, I want them to do it first a couple of times with their dad. Yeah. Like we are living in a world now where it's like I'd rather do it with you so you know what I'm saying? I know where you're getting it from and I know what's going on, as opposed to just being like figure it out. Cause I know my son was getting into some stuff in college. Told me. My son spent his first year in college, God bless his little soul, discovering drugs and drinking because he was so green that by the time we sent him off to school, he just wanted to try everything. And
Mm-hmm.
this is something that he admitted to me. So it's not like I'm just talking out of turn. He admitted it to me and he was like, Mom, I'm just so grateful that nothing ever happened. I said, me too. I didn't
Yeah,
send you to
because it
college
could have went a
to
whole
worry
nother
about.
way. That's a
Yeah, I
fact.
didn't send you to school for that, but I get it. We have to be, a lot of people have intent. Yeah. Edibles. So yes, Rich, people are still doing edibles. In fact, last night, one one of Sean Harvey's people was in the room and she was like, she brought her Fruit Loops. So here's the funny part, y'all. We're in this place, Comedy in Harlem. They don't sell food, but there is a seafood place downstairs where most people just go downstairs, order their food, and bring it back upstairs, right? But we kind of know the hustle. You gotta wait. You start missing parts of the show. So homegirl rolls up with her little plastic bag. She had her little snack of chicken salad with spinach, a little bag of
What?
popcorn. And she had some edible Fruit Loops in her pocket. So when she said, so usually when they make those edibles, it's like a big square, they'll make them with
Or
Fruit Loops, but it looks like a Rice Krispie treat or Fruit Loop treat. No, she literally had like two loose ass Fruit Loops in her pocket. So it's just
what?
like,
Two little loops?
two little loops that were edible. And so I said to her, I was
That's
like, girl, the
crazy.
next time you're going to be bringing snacks, you're supposed to bring snacks for the whole class. Like, you're not just supposed to be sitting here. I said, and then you only brought two Fruit Loops. Now, I didn't want any Fruit Loops, A, because they weren't covered.
Oh, come on
They
now.
came straight out her pocket. And I ain't need the lint situation. But yes, they are eating it. And it's Queen Bree said, I do edibles real bad.
I know them two little loops didn't do nothing for her. I know them two little ass loops. I don't care if
It
she
was a
soaked
one-two
them
combo,
in
Phil.
seed oil.
It was a one-two combo. She had the Fruit Loop, she had the Merlot, she had the snacks. It was a combination that was just working for her.
I ain't
She
mad
came
at
out
you,
with
but
two little Fruits.
two little loops. Imagine that. Y'all, hey, you want an edible? And they pulled a bag with two little ass Fruit Loops in it. Like, well, what are we gonna do with that?
Cost $10. Cost $10.
Man, I wish. I wish.
I did what I told her was because we all old school for the most part. I said, so you remember when we used to go to school with candy? We'd stop at the store, get your Now get your Boston baked beans, get your lemon heads. Like you had a little brown bag with just candy in it. And then you go to school and you tearing those Now up, and Now you'd be like, and the teacher would always be like, did you bring enough for class? And we'd be like, no. So they would confiscate your candy until the end of the class. Y'all remember that?
That's a fact. Penny store. That's a fact, Mrs. Ryder.
Okay, penny candy. And so that's what I told her last night. I said, next time you come with two little Fruit Loops, we gonna confiscate your Fruit Loops. You're supposed to bring enough for the class and make sure we all good. More Fruity Loops than Toucan Sam.
She Banks said edibles help me sleep good. Well, all right.
Queen Bree says, shoot, that's why I missed work this morning. I'll be there in a few hours, but I didn't get to charge my phone because I was
Damn it.
you were doing a high fill last night. Talking
What?
that ish.
Hell no. No. You gotta understand, with edibles, you gotta be careful. You gotta be
Yeah.
careful because it's a lot of them taste so good. You be like, oh, this ain't nothing. And you might not feel it right away. So you get to eating like, man, this ain't nothing. I got to eat. Before you know it, you on cloud 4,000. Like, oh, what did I do? What did I do?
Right.
You got to take your time with them edibles. You got to eat a little piece. We're not condoning, first of all, but if you do indulge,
We condoning.
eat a little corn, give yourself 15, 30 minutes to see where you at. And then maybe
Yeah.
you don't eat a whole brownie, you don't eat a whole Rice Krispie treat or Fruit Loop treat or none of that. Take your time, young man and young girl too. Or else you gonna feel it and you gonna be like, oh, somebody help me, help me.
She said I did one Fruit Loop with little one
Y'all
and had a
doing that
panic
too.
attack. Oh my God. Listen, we
Somebody
first
said they said I'm gonna have the whole class lit.
okay.
Damn it.
Everybody will be paying attention at least. They'd be glassy eyed and attentive, like, huh?
They,
What did you
yeah,
say?
I don't know if that's attention, but they definitely gonna be stuck looking at whatever they're gonna be looking at. Yeah, the wall, something. Y'all get them likes
Yeah,
up a
like
little bit. Y'all get them likes up if you would. Hit them thumbs up. Boop, boop.
Listen, it is really funny, but I always just
We can't hear you. Check your signal, beloved. Check your signal.
where we at.
Check your signal.
We go. When you're out, when you get to go out, Sorry for the
Now,
technical difficulties, guys. I guess my internet is just acting up.
we gonna take a donation to get my beautiful, lovely, esteemed co-host on Boost Mobile. You know what I'm saying? We gonna you too can help her be loved.
Right. Healthy love
Have perfect
today.
Wi-Fi for $1.99 a day. You hear me? Good morning, Shonda Dennis. You too. You know what I'm saying? Give me your sad
It ain't
face,
gonna
girl. Give me your sad face. You'll be laughing. Give me your sad face.
I need a new phone. I
Yeah.
need Wi-Fi. $1.99 day.
This is Big Phil Kids Marathon, and today we have the lovely beloved in the house, and she comes from a home of broken Wi-Fi, so we are here to
We
help
need
her to bring
Wi-Fi
it back
therapy.
together.
She got
Somebody said she
Wi-Fi.
don't have Wi-Fi, she got Wi-Fi. Damn it.
Bitch, you
She
ain't
loves the
crap.
Wi-Fi on beef grease. Damn
From these
it.
beef grease. Good morning, Shanta Dennis. Um, so what's interesting is last night, when you go out for single people, you may always have a little eye out in the room to see, if there's some kind of potential something. And, I know it's really difficult today to date. But then I saw this article about this girl she's 4'7". So 4'7", as you know, is pretty tiny. That's probably coming up to your kneecap, Phil.
Say that
She's
one more
four
time.
foot seven, so she probably comes to your kneecap.
4'7".
Four
Oh boy,
foot seven. So love her lies. I'm 4'7" and have no arms. Dating is a nightmare because I never know if men are genuinely interested in me. So a makeup artist who has no arms and is a petite 4'7" has revealed how her unique body type attracts the wrong kind of men. Sis, it don't matter if you have arms, legs, a brain, they don't care. Brian Surgener, 22, is a social media sensation and has never let any of her medical needs stop her from leading a fabulous lifestyle. Okay, she has no arms, but she does makeup. But one thing that does infuriate the Paisley-based influencer is the amount of fellas who fetishize her and act differently than they would around other women. The TikTok star lost both arms after developing amniotic band syndrome in the womb and
oh
battles
wow.
functional neurological disorder, as well as contending with other health issues like club foot, bowed bones, and hypoglycemia.
Oh
But the
wow.
aspiring actress insists the worst thing someone can do is assume she needs a knight in shining armor just because she looks different. Rihanna says, I've never properly been in a relationship mainly because of work. Oh, these people who you think are nice, but they're just nice to me because I'm disabled. If someone is comfortable around me, they won't ask if I need help and they let me do my own thing. But weirder people talk to you like a child, and I'm not a child. You see pals have 5 boyfriends and all of these different parties, and you wonder if you're too picky. But you
Right.
have to be, otherwise you could end up with
I apologize for my co-host. Her Wi-Fi is kind of breaking up a little bit. Y'all bear with us today. A little bit of technical difficulties. Be Love, you still there? You still there? Come back, come back, Be Love. Ladies and gentlemen, things like this happen. Please be mindful that we're using online properties, internet services, etc., to produce this wonderful morning show. So things will happen. Be patient. I know y'all gonna have a couple chuckles and a couple jokes, but it's all good. I'm waiting for my co-host to come back. She has to probably reset her Wi-Fi chip or something. You know what I'm saying? You too can sponsor Be Love for $1.99 a day so she can get her Wi-Fi to be Wi-Fi. You feel me? You back, Be Love? You back? She's still stuck. Be Love, if you can see and hear me, uh, go all the way out to come back in. Try to restart your phone. Do you have any input on the news section, Phil? So there's no dead air doing difficulties. Of course, I just needed to make that announcement or what have you. Now, as far as this dwarf story, I don't know anything about this dwarf story. However, I do know that there's nothing wrong with a fun-sized gal. You hear me? I dated back when I dated a girl. She was about 4'10", 4'11", 4'10", 4'11", and she was nice. She was nice, and at the time I think I had a 280Z, and we used to do some things, and that might be too much information for the early mornings. I mean, for this early time or whatever. But yeah, do not. On a more serious note, don't patronize or look to give sympathy to a person that is of a shorter stature, because a lot of them just want to be treated like regular people, because they are regular people. They just happen to be shorter. They just happen to be shorter, and they're adults just like we adults. When they are adults, so you treat them as such. They don't want to be looked at as special. They don't want to be looked at as different. Yeah, they might be however tall or whatever, but that does not mean that their mind doesn't function in the realm of capacity that it does. Sounds like this young lady has a lot other things going on though as well. Um, Club foot, the bone, the bowing of the bones. What's the other thing? No arms. So it's other things that come with that. And I guess the empathetic person, uh, the empathetic person, are hard to say, oh, let's look out for or try to, do right by this person. My co-host, you back? Hello? You there? Hello? Be Love, you can't hear me?
I'm back.
You sure?
Eyes back. I, Yo, I can't right now with you.
Ish happens. Ish
I
happens.
can't right now with you. Yo, that is
Yeah,
funny. A
four
dollar
ten,
ninety
four
nine a
eleven,
day.
decent home. But I had myself a ball because her assets were in order. So I thought it was a real club. Lord have mercy, Quint. Lord have mercy. Her Wi-Fi ain't beefy. Oh, Lord have mercy. Thank you, Tracy T. Thank you, Tracy T, for the super chat. Emergency Wi-Fi fund for me, love. Damn
I can't with y'all. Thank you, Tracy
it.
T. Y'all hate ish, and I love
Things
it.
happen. Things happen. Appreciate you. Appreciate
I'm
you.
not mad. Thank
Yeah, but
you.
just because somebody
I'm
has
trying to log in.
go ahead.
I'm trying to log in from my phone, so you might see me come in another way. But that's pretty much the moral of the story, Phil. Don't treat people special because it looks like they have a disability. Trust me, they know it.
Yeah, that's a
You know
fact.
what I mean? And my thing is, it's not just for her as a your arms or your legs. These men out here ain't ish.
I couldn't. I
And
Nah. I couldn't.
at the end of the day, you just got to be cautious.
The height is not an issue, but I don't know. I couldn't. I just, no, shout out to anybody that has those disabilities, etc. But I can deal with the shortness. That's not a problem. But I I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna leave that there because that could be a problem. B-Love's Wi-Fi must have gotten the wrong connect and it's laced.
Not all men. Little nubs, like
Lord, my co-host, hey Kisses, good morning. Y'all come on over to YouTube. Hold on, let me. While she get her Wi-Fi to weefing, while she get her Wi-Fi to weefing. As I was saying, I don't have no problem dating a short woman. I don't. Um, I don't know if I could date a woman. Oh, there she goes. She's coming back in. Remove the one. Add the stream. There we
there we
go.
go. There we go.
There we go.
No shortcuts. Thank you guys.
There we
Appreciate the
go.
patience.
Look, like she twirling
Yes.
head and stuff. She feeling herself this morning. I'm here.
Man,
I'm here.
I can't feel myself after that internet situation.
Look,
Now I
shiggity
got to
happens.
sit down.
Things happen. We adapt and we move on. It's all good. Y'all come on over to YouTube. But yeah, I could date somebody short, but I don't know if I could date somebody with no arms. I don't know if I could do that. And that's no disrespect to anybody that's dealing with that. I just think that I don't know. I don't know.
Keisha, you ain't crap. She said my Wi-Fi must have gotten the wrong connect and it's laced. Yeah, it's fentanyl.
Yeah, yeah. It's nodding. It's like, oh.
It's a fentanyl thing.
That 9.99 did it.
Listen,
Thank
right back.
RW. I'm not a hater. I'm not a hater, RW. I'm just saying. Miss A Block, good morning to you.
Oh my goodness. But yeah,
Don't
I
don't
think
stop
it's just
there. Don't
I think
stop there. Be love is a
it's
definite need this morning, ladies and gentlemen. So let the donations flow. You know what I'm saying? The church doors are open for the
the B Love Internet Fund guys. Oh Lord. I'm gonna
I'm
be the
playing.
talk of the
Let's move
town.
past it. Let's move past it. I know she's like, mother, you ain't had to say the joke 20 times, Phil.
Right.
Come on.
Listen, we here, we gonna talk, and we talking that ish. Um,
That part.
it's I just when we talk about like dating today, like even on the weekend, does anybody have a hot date? Yo, RW, you are kidding me. You don't need arms to do what it do. No hands is all I can say, right? There's other parts that work, but I'm just saying,
Would you date a man with no arms, B Love?
I don't. Let's just say that I have a preference for men that have all their working parts.
Okay.
That's all I have to say about that.
I respect it.
I just, oh my God, she can't feel herself. But I have asked this question before, and it does beg
Lord. While she's getting that together,
maybe
RW,
the And men, can you deal with women? Okay, now my
There
internet
you
should
go.
be fine. So,
There
can
you
you
go.
date somebody who doesn't have a sex drive?
That's a whole nother ball game. That's a whole nother ball game.
And then do you have the talk? Like, I personally am not in the age where I could deal with a man, and I understand a lot of men in this age group, like in our age group, they may have diabetes or may have something, you know what I mean, that creates some niggas is just tired of fucking. Like, I think that's the part too. People don't understand. You just get tired. But if your parts don't work, can I still be with you? And for me personally, and I don't know, when evolution's coming on, if this is a conversation she could get keyed into, but for me personally, I don't want to be with a man. Intimacy is important in a relationship for me. And I don't want to be with someone yet. I can understand if we in our 70s and your parts don't work, okay, fine. But to be in our 50s and have to give up intimacy, I don't know that I would do that.
So if you're married and or really love somebody, and God forbid they're in a car accident or something that prevents them from functioning, even for a period of time,
Hmm.
that's a deal breaker on that love and on that relationship and or marriage.
I don't think that this is a deal breaker, but now we have to talk about the things that that will fulfill my intimacy part. And this is on both sides, guys. So this isn't just like me, like, I'm talking about if I'm not able to your point, we've been married, we love each other, everything else is good, but I'm not able to fulfill my duties as a woman to my man, then that for me requires a conversation on whether or not you're going to go somewhere else, keep it respectful. You know what I'm saying? What that understanding is, because I know it's important to me. So why would if it's important to you, why would I step away from that? Like, why would I be like, nah, this is what it is, and you just have to deal with it? Like, people have needs.
That's true. That's a rock and a hard place because it's like, okay, like you said, like normal situations, if somebody if a man or woman for whatever reasons loses their sexual energy or their the ability to perform
Right.
or sustain, um, that can definitely be a hardening place in a relationship. Pause. No pun intended. But it can cause friction. It can cause separation. It can cause cheating. It can cause a lot of different things. Um, but if you love somebody, you should have the conversation. You should seek alternative ways of making it happen. Far as they got all kinds of pills these days for the fellas. Ladies, they got things that bring back that moisture if you can't get moist, for whatever reason, or especially women of a certain age or whatever. Sometimes, that dryness can be a thing or whatever. But I don't know. Fortunate enough for me, I don't have that problem, so I don't have to worry about that. But for those
I'm
that
just
may, those that might,
Right. I want to know how we did, like how, and listen, why it may not be a problem
yeah.
for you, it for sure is. There are people who are dealing with this, and it's not something that it should be like a shameful conversation to have, or it shouldn't be anything where it's not about shaming anybody. It's about like what's the real conversation, because I have been in a situation. I knew somebody, I've known him for years. Like, we've known each other for like 15 years. It's one of those people, like, when you're not in a relationship, you could go back to
We can't hear you, be love. We can't hear you. Let's allow her to adjust her frequency. Men are from Mars, women are from Venus. I guess Venus is out of the area for the moment today, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, if it's dry, I'm breaking out the holy water. Damn it. She's trying, but she's not quite there yet. That's a rock and a hard place too, because As people, we have needs. As people, we have needs. I can't hear you, beloved. Beloved, I can't hear you. As people, we have needs. As people, there you go. You back? You may need the V grease. Okay, so you just want to throw that in, Phil. I ain't mad. No, I'm just saying evolution. It is what it is. You know, God willing, I will stay good. You hear me? God willing. Yeah, some women of a certain age, when they go through menopause and the changes of life, RW, some of them have a issue or problem maintaining moisture, so they'll get lubes or other things to kind of help with that or whatever. But I mean, just as well as some men lose full strength and or staying power, in their Johnson, so to speak. So it happens to a lot of people. It's a lot more common than uncommon in a lot of people. It's probably her internet connection is down because of the rain. Could be Stephanie Maxwell. Hey, S. Maxwell. Hey, hey. Wait for her to come back. Come on back in. Good morning, Almighty KM. Good morning to ye. Lam. Good morning, gang. Good money, gang. GMG in the building. I got to do that. I got to do that. I'm back. Y'all hear me? Listen, Phil's connection is dry. Y'all, y'all are terrible. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all see me? Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Lord, I don't know what's going on this Friday. Feel the Love Friday is turning to Freaky Friday. Some freaky itch going on here. I don't know. I don't know. Man, where was I at? Listen, as I was saying, there's some bullshiggery going on. But as I was saying, if you love the person you with, a conversation at minimal is what needs to happen. Two, a little compassion in the situation. Three, um, seeking to find alternatives or things that will help get things back on course, whether it is health and wellness adjustments, um, some additives like Viagra, the Blue Chew for men, ointments and gels for the ladies. Um, we have to show compassion because something can happen in our lives where we will be the one on the short end of the stick. Pause. And we would want our loved one, the person we're dating, the person that we're married to either consider us or have compassion as well. But it's also a thing of, like B Love was saying, here she go. Have,
I had to reset everything.
something happened over here too. So I had to get right to. I was like, what the fake? I said, let me find out. You got laced, and it passed through the.
I gave you the bad fentanyl hit, the bad
Man,
internet.
listen. We had the 55, the 55. You know what I'm talking about? Lord. But guess what? We adapt, we overcome, we get through it, and we do it. That part.
Yeah,
Quincy
I was
eating
not
the
eating the
edible.
edible. I was not eating. Um, I hear you up here giving advice, talking about moisturizing and stuff.
Yeah,
Which,
for the
listen, there
women,
are,
pills for the dudes, pills for the men, moisturize, not moisturize, but it's like a moisturizer, but the lube and gels that some women use, especially when they're up in age, and they still got a sex drive, but for whatever reason, their body is not cooperating when it comes to the moisture part, which would make sex uncomfortable for both her and the gentleman that she's having sex with.
they got DAP instead of WAP, is what you saying? You got dry ape
Poof.
pee. I think, first of all, I know that women, when after you have children, menopause, your body changes, your feelings change. Some women become really sexual. Some women become less sexual, where sex is not even an issue. Like, not even, they don't even desire it. I have a friend whose wife went through cancer, and after chemo, she just, the dryness that you were talking about, but then it was also the desire. There was just no desire, and he's a very sexual
Mm,
person. And I
mm,
remember, we were talking about it, and I was like, I think it really comes down to having a conversation. Because again,
that
in
part.
being honest, I know that you have needs the same way I have needs. And I was saying, I reconnected with somebody, and he had diabetes. So he was just unable to perform. And from my perspective, it's like, I love you as a person, and I really do. But from a relationship standpoint, I'm not ready to forego intimacy. And intimacy isn't just about sex, but sex is part of it. And it's for so much hand jobs and for so much mouth action that you could do on somebody. It's just different. It's just different. So who knows? Maybe in 10 years, maybe in 5 years, I could be very well in the same situation. And if I were, I would have the conversation and be like, honey, I know you love me. I know you want to be with me. I want to be with you. I love you. But if you feel like you have to go out and do something, only thing that I ask is A, keep it respectful. B, do it with somebody who knows how to keep their freaking mouth shut. Don't be dealing with no August Alcinas out here. You know what I'm saying? Flapping they damn jibs because they just messy. Find somebody mature. Now, the other question becomes, Phil. So my man can't perform. You know what I'm saying? Like, are you willing to be the side piece? Because this has happened to me, and I'm like, hell no. Do you take the offer?
I'm still clear of that one. I'm still clear of that. I don't want no problems. I don't want no problems.
I'm
I'm
not
already
saying Phil
being.
specifically, but
I'm already.
I'm
I'm
saying,
already being. I'm already being virtually linked with damn near every woman that I came up with and all this and that. So I want no problems in that question. Uh,
he's like, I defer. But for my people in the audience, talk to me about it because it is for me. It is a conversation that would have to be had on both sides. If I love you, we have for the most part a really great life, but this intimacy part is missing, and it means something to me. I need to have the conversation. Are you guys having the conversation? Candace B says, she Banks said, after menopause, your libido is low, which stops the production of estrogen. Yeah.
mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
that impacts Keisha. It's not all on the woman, though. A lot of these men do drugs or alcoholics, mess with their performance or their health problems. Exactly. Some of them have diabetes, some of them drink, some of them, you know what I'm saying? They can't get it up. And I'm just going to say this. If even if that's an issue, you need to talk to me about it because there's nothing as a woman, there really is nothing more like embarrassing and sometimes even demoralizing when you are being intimate with a man. You come out sexy lingerie on, naked, or whatever the case may be, and this nigga ain't giving you no reaction. And you just like, what's going on? Like, you know what I'm saying? Is it me? Is it you? And for a long time, or I've had situations where I'm like, I don't really know what to say, but I will walk away feeling like this is maybe I'm the issue. And I know a lot of women will be like, I know I'm not the issue, but you don't know that you're the issue. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what the issue is. You don't know if it's his issue. Maybe he's not attracted to you because that happens. Sometimes they see you on the outside, but then when you get to a certain stage of intimacy, they like, maybe not. For whatever reason. Has that ever happened to you too?
Maybe not.
You're like, maybe not. It's happened to me. Like, I'm good.
I don't want.
Has
Listen.
that ever happened to you, Phil?
No. Thank God. Thank God. Little feel, big feel, big feel before the wait, after the wait. No. No. Thank you. Thank you. You know.
Yo, I'm
you
just
take you
saying,
take
it could
take
be a
that.
lot of things. When I was
It
saying the
can be.
same thing, her
It can
husband had.
be. It can definitely be a lot of
Sometimes it could
different.
be something that you, something that could be sometimes it's something you said. Like, you know how women talk about you men talk yourselves out of the panties all the time? You could be hot and heavy, and then y'all say some dumb ish, and we be like, forget it. This nigga ain't getting no drawers. He just dumb stuff. You should have just shut the F up. You know, just saying.
And the same on the other side of that coin too. Sometimes y'all done pissed us off and y'all want some ding ding, and we like, man, listen, take your ass.
So you
I
see,
don't know that one. However, then there's other times that go, yeah, you was talking at her. So now, so now, I don't want no problems. I don't want no.
I tell you. He said, well, if it's dead, then I'm gonna have to go get mouth to meat resuscitations.
Damn it, that part.
Not mouth to meat. Well, Keisha said a lot of parents live together just for the kids' sake and play house and no intimacy between them. And what are you teaching your
That
kids with
does
that?
happen. Yeah, that does happen.
Well,
Unfortunately.
I don't think people realize you are showing your kids what dysfunctional intimacy or love really looks like. You know what I'm saying? Like, I
Yeah.
know my mom used to be an emotional blackmailer. So when her and my dad would get into an argument, she would sleep on the sofa for like days at a time. As a kid, I ain't think nothing. I'm like, ah, mommy just probably. But then as I got older, I realized she's like, nah, nigga, you ain't getting no cookies. Like, you're not getting none of this later. And then that became one of my blackmail mechanisms. Like, I'd be like, ah, I'm just gonna go sleep on the sofa, or I'm gonna go sleep in the spare bedroom, or you know what I'm saying? And it's not okay. It's not okay. So, yay or nay, what are we doing? If somebody can't perform, are we leaving or are we having a conversation? Number one, put a one in the chat. If you leaving, put a two in the chat if you having to talk. And are you prepared to hear that your man or woman is going to be stepping out with somebody else? That's what I want to know. That's
That's
the
heavy.
question of this Feel Good Friday, y'all.
That's heavy. That is heavy.
I'm saying we have to keep it honest, because if we don't, the other side of that, yeah, keeping the cookies hostage. The cookies
Look,
have been held hostage, Rich. They have been held hostage. Good morning, Cash Up underscore Bo. It's a
good
lot of
money
females.
gang. Good money gang. Good morning gang in the building. GMG.
Yes, yes.
I've done
They
that
did
with.
this.
They did some dumb ish and it was like a dub. Yeah, yeah. RW.
Manipulating the box. Yeah, manipulating the cookies. Like, nah, you can't. You're not getting this. And honestly, we be cheating ourselves. I know for me, I'd be like, I wish you be acting right. I don't want to keep these damn cookies from you. I want
You
to
got.
give you cookies. I
You
want
just
milk
can't
and
give them.
cookies.
You just can't give them the whole baker's dozen. You gotta give them a sample pack. You know, little mini cookie. Give them a little. Give them a little. So you can get some act right. Some
The
act right.
minis.
Yeah, give them a little
Like the
act right.
edible.
You could have got the whole shebang, but you was trapping. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. How can we get this right? I want the baker's dozen.
First, I treat the cookies like the edibles. Just give them half. Don't eat the whole thing. Just take half. Oh shoot. Keisha says you have to talk, but definitely won't allow him to step out. Have a talk, no change, then we have to agree to walk away from each other. So it's all or nothing
Mm,
for you, Keisha, huh?
mm.
It's all or nothing. But you love him. Everything else is great. Like, y'all have a whole life together. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have a family together. It's just that either he can't perform or you just don't feel like it. I know somebody who's been married for like 30 years, and he told me after the wife
Good
had the
morning. Good
son,
morning.
after she had their only child, as soon as she had the baby, her sexual desire was gone. And
Wow.
it was handed down because the mom was the same age. The mom was non-sexual. The sister was non-sexual. And he was just like, listen, I married her, and this is the woman, she has my son, and I'm not leaving her. And so, it's kind of became an acceptance thing. But then are we being honest about that? Because I'm like, if everybody was non-sexual from the beginning, didn't you see that part of it? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so you telling me she was a freak in the bedroom until after she had the baby, and then all bets are off? To me, I think she was working for the kid. Good morning, Michael. Yes, put those cookies in the book. Sometimes you're not on the same path, and you just have no interest in that person. So you saying you could fall out of love? Is that one of the first steps of falling out of love? Putting the cookies in the Ziploc bag?
Mm. Well, I think some people mistake what love is anyway when they say these things like "I love you," and they
Yeah.
don't understand what comes with what gravity comes with that word. What you're saying to that person and what it's supposed to mean as opposed to how you're giving it out. And so that I get what RW says. Sometimes the person that you're with, you weren't never meant to be with them or aligned with them for an extended period of time for that reason or a few other reasons. And withholding the cookies is not a good sign for anybody, or the dang for withhold that from the ladies. You know what I'm saying? Because you got some ladies that love the beef grease, and if you withhold that, there's a problem. There's a problem.
I don't know. There's never been a situation where a man has pulled his underwear up and been like, "Forget it. I don't want this no more." That does not.
Oh,
Y'all
it
will stick.
happens. Oh, it happens. Oh, it
Never
happens.
heard of it.
I listen. Years ago, I had a young lady, and she kept playing. She was butterball, and I was like, you know what? I'm good. Go on and get up and get dressed. She looked at me like, are you serious? I said, oh, I'm definitely serious. We good. Cause she kept playing. She was like, it was like the old school strippers. They show you the whole body. They show you a little leg, then take it back. Show you a little thigh. She she would get to the head about to go in. Pause. This might be too much for morning. But it was like, no, stop. All right, okay. All right, come on now, come on. Put the head back. No, 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 stop. I don't want to do this. All right, okay, cool. Let's just chill. No, 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 no. I want it now. Playing games, playing
Right,
games. I
right.
was like,
Yo, seriously, I think we all kind of been there, especially, coming from that good girl kind of thing, where we were taught to be good girls. But until you in a situation where you getting kissed on, and you know what I'm saying, and you in this intimate
mwah,
situation, and
mwah,
then it's like
mwah,
you don't
mwah,
want to be a
mwah.
good girl no more. But then you like, I don't want to be a hoe. You know what I'm saying? It's just like you don't.
We got a special guest in the back. We got a special guest in the back that
Yes,
I think
let's
will be perfect
bring
for
them
this conversation.
on. Come on in.
Ta-da!
Hey!
Yes. Good morning, Queen.
I know
Good
you got a lot to
morning.
say about this
Yes.
conversation, Miss Evolution Brooklyn.
I see y'all
Yes.
keeping it spicy up in here. I'm with it.
Yes. We teeing it up for y'all tonight. Y'all know it's the Friday night. Feel the love with Big Phil Speaks and my beautiful queen, Evolution Brooklyn. And we were
In
just
the
teeing
house.
it up. Without a doubt, you already know. You already know. So what I know you've been listening,
Yes.
right? And this all started with one dating story about somebody who, had dating challenges. But these are real challenges that we encounter in terms of relationships, whether we're dating. And so, you being the go get it guru. What you think?
Yes.
What you think?
Not
Good
the
Miss
go
morning.
get it
Brooklyn.
guru. I like that. I like that.
Yes. Go
Uh,
get it.
I'm going to be honest. Like, if I had, a man, I heard y'all saying about how if it's not working anymore, I think, this is when you reach up under the bed. But you
Right.
gotta get the. I know, Phil. I know I wasn't supposed to say that. Phil, look, I put my glasses on because I didn't want to be too sexed up. I put the girls up, kind of. I'm trying, Phil. This
They
ain't
So I'm
in for out.
trying. I'm
In for
trying.
out.
I'm trying.
This is
I'm
how
trying.
morning look.
Yes, I try, But I mean, I could deal with a guy that if it didn't work,
Mm-hmm.
but he would have to let me uh maybe have a few people or some people that could do what he didn't do
Now
or what
hold
he
on, hold
can't
on.
do.
Hold on. Not one person,
So
but
you
a
would have to
few
talk.
people.
It's like this. Either
I
it's
forgot
gonna
who we
be
was talking to.
voluntarily, it's gonna be involuntarily, voluntarily. But Destiny gonna get hers. Like
You gonna allow me to
I
get
ain't
the
even gonna
damn
lie
game,
you
or
on
do
that.
I got to go take me someday? Damn it.
And you better be a hell of a provider if it don't work.
Right.
Tracy, that
Right.
part, Tracy.
I'm just saying because look, I know there are challenging, issues and stuff like that. You in relationships for years, and you love the person. I don't know too much
Yeah.
about that, but you love the person. And you might not want to, throw the baby away with the bathwater, but you still got to take a shower. So how we gonna do this? Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if that was the right analogy, but you know,
Right. Right. You got to get clean. Right. So you you
you
I
know,
think what's interesting today is that there's a lot of focus on sex and intimacy before, really getting to know the person, which is fine. How you float your boat is how you float your boat. But when you start talking about down the line, and you with somebody for months, and now you're going into a year or two, and you didn't have these conversations up front, so now it becomes a challenge, because it's like, well, that's not where we started at, but here we are. I mean, I love you and I want to be with you, but you don't satisfy my sexual needs. So is it okay, again, for me to go get what I want? But
Ooh.
understand that it has to be in privacy. Like, I can't be in no entanglement with no blabbermouth. I can't be in an entanglement with somebody who's going to make it a point to try to come back and throw it in my man's face. Like, that can't happen. So it's almost on the side of don't do anything at all. Do I get
So
a rose?
There
let
Do
me
I
has
ask
get
to
a
this
be
though.
dozen?
some. You
Let me
gotta
ask.
have an agreement before you go out there if you love this person. Now, when there's no love in the situation, I'm gonna do what I do. But when there's love, hey babe, I'm gonna be like Jay-Z right now. I'm gonna just go out there, but I'm getting right back. And
Back.
it's gonna be okay. And I might hook you up when I get back.
So
He might be the motivation that I need to come back and jump on the ceiling for you. You know what I'm saying? Like,
let me ask this though: is it for one thing to one extreme or to another, as opposed to looking for the alternatives or the help first before you say, okay, I want to step out, or whatever the case may be? Do you try to get the pills? Do you try to get the lube for the fellas? Do you try to do the interim things before you get to the point like I need to step outside of this relationship to be fulfilled? Ladies,
Yeah.
I can almost guess what Evolution is going with it, but ladies,
they hit me up in the comments and they telling me to stay PG, so I'm trying.
No, you're fine. PG doesn't mean don't be honest. You could be honest.
Honestly, I would hate to put my man through all of that. I would really hate to do that. But as far, we can get a pill or something like that. I may even buy you a year's supply. You know what I'm saying? If that's what we need, because I'm very active. But I hate to put them through extra stuff when we don't have to. Especially when I like variety and I like to go out there
Right.
anyway. It's like, sometimes,
Lord.
it's like, I know in my hands, I took in my hands. But, it's like,
Me too.
but I would probably do that, because you got to think, if a man can't please you like that, sometimes it messes up his ego. Like, I don't want to mess up my man's ego. I would probably lie and just go out there and get what I needed, and then just come back and not say anything, unless we've been together years, and I love him. I don't want him to catch me out there, but you ain't gonna catch me. But still, it's
Like, I'm good at what I do. I've been doing it.
That's that. Hey, fellas, y'all paying attention? That's that bullshittery.
Yeah.
They say we the ones. They say we the ones.
Hey, he the only one I see when he around me.
Right.
Damn it.
Listen.
But
I think
there should be some type of conversation. You got to have conversations about these things, because some men might be okay with it. I really don't know, or haven't met any penises that never worked. Like, there are things that can be done, whether it's in home, out of home, before you get to the doctor. So you have to be open for stuff like that too. So.
And you are a specialist in a certain area, so to speak. So
in a real certain area, I land all planes, I shoot all shots, and I always come home with the championship. I'm just saying.
Let me see your trophy case, girl. Let me see your trophy case. I know you got.
I wish I could show it to you, but you're kind of looking at it. But
she don't have a trophy case. Y'all ever seen the movie Ghostbusters? Y'all ever seen Ghostbusters? She got those little boxes. And she snaps souls, and the souls go right in the boxes. She got a whole display of boxes of souls.
There you go.
She out here snatching souls, y'all. Oh my God. Everyone who's in the chat, thank you so much. Please make sure the likes match, y'all. Please make sure you are subscribed. This is the Good
That part.
Morning Gang right here, guys. And we're here every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
And
Tonight,
Friday.
these two beautiful folks are going to be on tonight talking the real ish on Feel the Love Fridays. Make sure you check them out right here on YouTube. And we just chopping it up about life. And right now we're talking about sexual intimacy and our partners performing, not performing. To answer your question, Phil, yeah, I think there definitely needs to be some work at home. You know what I'm saying? The problem is you taking blue pills. Now we might have a hospital situation when your ish don't go down for 8 hours and you just sitting there on swole and you mad at me like I did this for you, and then your balls is swole up to the size of two grapefruits like I did this for you. Now you mad at me.
Like you wanted it right. You wanted it right. Here I is. You be like, hold up, now. I don't know if I signed up for all this.
Not for this.
You went from not enough to too damn much.
Right? You need to read the side effects.
Hey, even though I'm thinking the 8-hour penis might not be so bad. You know, you can get creative with it. Like,
Evolution.
I'm just saying.
It ain't that much sex in the world. It ain't that much sex in the world. 8 hours straight. Man.
No, I have to invite some people in or something. Somebody got to see that.
I wish you put it on YouTube. Come on in, y'all. What to do with it?
TikTok challenge.
Oh my God. So much for ginseng and a red stripe.
Hey, it'd be Superman in my house 8 hours, regardless of how you got to it. We can't let we can't forget that.
No. I need a few short episodes. I can't do 8 hours means I gotta jump off and get some snacks. Like I gotta go grab some water. Like I'm old.
Like, nah, go use that bathroom. Come on right back. We ain't finished. Go use that bathroom. Come right back. You know how y'all be. Oh, nah, you ain't done, nigga. You ain't done. You give him that blue chew or that Viagra, he be like, yeah, come on.
Get that protein bar.
I ain't got no excuse. You go get some donuts and throw donuts on it and play games and that sounds exciting to me.
That's new. Donuts and games. That's new. I never thought about donuts though. That's actually a good idea. What a way to start your morning.
Have at it. You need me to stop by Dunkin' Donuts?
No.
Hey. Get the dozens. We need the dozens. We're going to be here for a while.
Don't say we old ass freaks. Oh my God. That's not even.
First of all, I ain't old though. I ain't old.
Me either. I'm still in these streets.
I'm
It's going to be either you, your daddy, or your, I don't know, your brother, your cousin. Somebody going to like it.
What the figgity? She's dangerous. She's dangerous.
Yo, seriously, and for sure. That is so freaking awesome, man. And that's why I wanted you to come on. I'm like, let's talk the spicy-ish. It's not, it's so funny because growing up, sex was like not talked about. I was just saying the other day how even watching a movie, you would cover up your eyes in certain parts if you were sitting in the room with your parents because, you just kind of felt like it was like a shameful thing. And now everybody's like kind of out there with it, which is fine. I still kind of feel like there's a privacy to it. But I also believe that it's something that should be talked about because when your husband is approaching me about being his side chick because your cookie jar is dry, you need to be having a conversation.
So hold up, stay right there, because we talked to evolution, but you've kind of evaded this question. If you were approached with this situation, would you indulge in that, or would you be the one that say, "Hey, baby, I need to step out to get me something"? You kind of evaded this,
Well,
Miss
here
B
it is.
Live.
So I have been approached with this, and the person that approached me with it is somebody that I've known for almost 25 years. And one of the reasons that he approached me was because he knows that if something was to happen, I would be quiet about it. Like it's not something he would have to worry about me being disrespectful about or talking about, right? For me, I was just like, I'm not interested because I'm too emotional as a woman. I've gone through the phase of I don't need, I don't care. No, I care. I don't want to sleep with you on Monday and know that you with your wife for the whole weekend and I haven't spoken to you. I'm getting in my feelings. I'm a sensitive ass. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes you just gotta know who you are. You know what I'm saying? I'm because on Sunday when we in our thing and we doing our thing and you treating me great and we having this great time, and then the next I don't get to speak to you when I want to, or I can't see you when I want to, I'm gonna feel away. So I am that chick who be in her feelings like, really? This is what would, even though we knew when we went into it, I'm still that chick who will get in her feelings. So I'm honest about that. And I'm just like, unless you're prepared to take care of my emotional as well as my physical needs, we're gonna have to step away from this. And now
sound,
we're talking about cheating.
We're
sound
gonna
like
have
your
to hang
friend been
out,
watching
love.
you for some
You,
years, though. Sound like he been watching them bonds for some years. Like,
yeah, we're gonna have to hang out, be love, because we're gonna have to get you out them emotions and them feelings. Cause it's 2023, it's the Jordan year, and we not doing none.
you know what?
Me
Evolution talk all that bullshiggery, but I think she a teddy bear, y'all. I think she just
too. I think she
don't take
waiting for the
off.
right one.
Oh, I'm
Mm-hmm.
very sensitive. You see, I
Mm-hmm.
covered everything up. I gave y'all a little shoulder, just a little shoulder, let you know it's real. You
My morning
know,
show up.
I'm very much in my sexual energy. But now this gonna sound bad. This gonna sound real bad, but y'all know I'm evolution. If y'all really want the real story, y'all come tonight for Feel the Love Fridays at 8 o'clock here.
Yes.
But let me keep it PG, right? If I was in your situation, right, and it had been 25 years, and y'all knew each other and y'all was cool with each other, this is
no.
my thing. I don't. This is gonna sound terrible, Phil. You already know. I
Say it.
don't think that you need to be worried about what's going on with his wife. Do you? And send him back. I'm just saying. But it gotta be some perks or some incentives in there for you. Because you don't want to just be helping their relationship. Because
Negotiate your
he's gonna go
contract.
home and he's gonna, in his mind, he's gonna be doing you at his house. You know what I'm saying? In his
Yeah.
mind, you're gonna be where you at. It's it's almost like excited. Like I get excited with this type of stuff. It's almost like you're giving motivation. Sometimes you gotta give
Giving
motivation.
I thought
motivation.
you saying this. Oh, look at it from the upside. The upside is you helping somebody else out.
Not the
Yes,
motivation of it all.
motivation. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes this is a blessing. You gotta let them know it's a blessing from top to bottom. You help relationships, you keeping people together. You being a
Keeping people
healer, a
together.
teacher. What?
Not keeping people together. Because I seriously doubt if his wife finds out
That they
that
gonna
he's
stay
out
together.
stepping up, that they're gonna stay together. So I don't
Now I'm
know
gonna
about
teach you how
keeping
to throw
people
these
together.
hands too, so you'll be okay. Like
I'm gonna say this.
about a week.
Evolution, right? I've been there. Like I've been in that place in my life where I didn't care about other people's feelings and emotions. I didn't care about anything. I just cared about what I wanted, right? Because I've been cheated on and because I don't want my man to go that route, I don't do it. I feel like there's a respect to a relationship, and and this is completely respectful to you and anybody else on how you feel about it. But to me, I feel like especially a marriage. To me, a marriage like means something.
It's supposed to. Yeah, it's supposed to be
And
sacred.
I don't want to be that person who's just like, well, I'm getting mine, and I could get I could get the perks anyway. I told him when he approached me, I was like, just so you know, go ahead and try. Like, if you want it that bad, go ahead and try. Do whatever you want to try.
Go ahead and try.
You're not going to get it, but if you want to wine and you want to dine, and we doing
Hold
concerts
up.
and we doing all of that,
Hold up. Nah, nah,
knock yourself
nah,
out. But as far as I'm
nah.
concerned, it's a no for me because I do care. And like I said, because I want what I want when I want it. And if you're not able to give me that, we don't need to talk about it. So
Nah, be
that's just it.
love.
So
Be
you want to fall in
love.
love, be love. You want
Huh?
love. You want love, and the white
I'm
picket
not
shit.
I'm not in love, but I am dating somebody. No, I'm not in love. I am dating somebody, you know what I'm saying? And we getting to know one another. And, I want to be respectful to him and I want him to be respectful to me. And, this is how to me you fall in love. See, when I was in my 20s, if you put the D game right and you acted right, I was in love. Oh, shit, I'm in love. Today, love means a whole lot more to me. And before I could give that up to anybody, I have to know that it's real.
Mm.
I respect that, and I respect the ladies that's like that. Like, we all kings and queens. I respect my queens that's like that. With me, you gonna get a little something different. But
That's okay.
hey,
That is
hey,
okay.
I respect that. Like, and I like to listen to stories and stuff like this.
Mm-hmm.
Because like I'm coming out with a series. It's gonna be kind of spicy and stuff like that. But it's
Okay.
going to teach ladies both sides because I've been on both sides. I just kind of like the left side, but it's like, but I respect that.
Better get on the
Me,
right.
my thing is, you made those vows. You over there in your relationship, that ain't got nothing to do with what we doing over here. But I get it.
Right.
I
Right.
get it. I know it
Right.
sounds worse than it is, but
No.
I'm the type of person when I go out or I do anything, I'm not looking to keep anybody. So
Right.
that's why I'm a little different. So I come from a different,
Yeah.
side. But I respect both sides. And you are a
Me
beautiful woman.
too.
You can have
Thank
it,
you.
like Burger King, like your way, beef, grease, and all. It's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that.
Damn it.
Yo, that's our thing right here, beef grease. And you know what? I appreciate that and I appreciate you because I think that's the other part too. People be all in their judgmental feelings sometimes, like, oh well, No, if that's how you feel and that's how you do, I've been there, I've done it, that's fine. And I know in probably about 10 years, we may be having a different conversation.
Mm.
You may be booed up and we may be having a different conversation where I'm like, all right, evolution. So is it okay? If there's a chick who approaches your man the same way or who's approaching your situation the same way, where it's just like the hell with her. If her man want to approach me, and we going to do us, because you might feel differently. But today, how you feel, I completely respect it. I'm not even mad at it. Just stay away from my man, okay? Just letting you know,
She
because I do know how to throw hands.
she put on
Okay, let's go.
evolution put on a front. She looking for love. She just, she got this I'm a player, I'm a gangster mentality about it. She just looking for the right one to peel that skin off that onion. And she gonna be
Well,
That's
Phil,
what it is.
I'm looking for men and women. So I'm totally different. Like if they had an issue, they might be able to come to my house and we might be able to fix it at my house. I'm just saying.
Right.
You
fix
never
it
know.
though
I'm
at
We
your
can
house.
fix it together.
I'm into spreading all this goodness and blessings. Like, yeah, like bring her too. Maybe I could teach her something that she could do, and y'all can have another 25 years. What's wrong with that? You
Damn
don't be
it.
selfish with the love. You don't be selfish with that. You pass that out. That's I'm just saying.
I ain't
You
mad.
get love, and you get love, and
Yeah.
you get love.
Everybody gets love.
Yeah, everybody get a new car.
Damn
I'm
it.
so sorry, my phone ringing, y'all. I'm so sorry.
That's somebody now. So yeah, you talking
Right.
like, what's up? I'm trying to come over. What's up?
You too, Cedric. Thank you. Yo, I can't.
Good morning, Cedric.
Yo, that is so funny. Listen, I am not mad at it. I just feel like it has to be open communication and it has to have those conversations. And, you have to be prepared for anything because you may very well have that conversation. And your man be like, well, we can't be together. So now you got to decide if I'm staying, what it is you're staying for. So, and, just keeping it 100. I need beef grease in my life. I need it cooked. I need it browned. I need it singed. I need it crispy. I need all of that. All of that.
In the house, in the car, in the park.
If you ain't coming with no beef grease, I'm gonna have to let you go. I'm just saying.
Damn it.
I'm gonna have to send you to Evolution for a week and be like, go to Evolution for a week and then come back.
Yes, go get these skills.
She might not come back though. She might come with
That's okay.
She might have a
Don't
traffic
get too
slide.
serious.
She got the little
Yo,
ponytail. She up there snapping clothes.
Hey.
I'm gonna need all that beef grease. Hey, bring it right.
Ain't nothing wrong with that at all.
Oh my goodness.
Damn it. Now we making light of it, and but it is a serious thing that happens amongst couples and amongst marriages. And at the end of the day, the paramount thing of it all is to communicate. Don't sit there in anger. Don't sit there in bitterness, and not say anything. If you truly love and care about the person you're with, have the conversation. Not a demeaning or demoralizing conversation, but one of trying to gain an understanding to find out what's going on. Because sometimes it don't even be a full-on situation. Somebody could be somewhere in their head with a death. It could be a lot of different things, far as that could make a fella, be other than themselves. So the conversation can unpack a lot of things. And fellas, we have to be honest and open. If there's an issue, whether it's something going on here or really something physically going on, we have to be willing to have those real conversations. Even ladies that's going through menopause and whatever, have those real conversations. Don't feel like you're less than a man or less than a woman because you're going through something. Have the conversation, and the other party in that situation have the wherewithal to have compassion, to hear, to listen, and then from there, y'all hopefully will come together with some alternatives and/or a game plan, whether it be seeking help, seeking treatment, the okaying of extracurricular activities, whatever floats your boat. Just have the conversation, because a lot of times we shut off, we close in. I don't know why this so and so can't get right. She dried in a mug or brazen my thing. Whatever the case may be, we have to look beyond that and get beyond the pride of it all and the is it me? You definitely have to have the conversation, because sometimes it is. Sometimes people are in it for the wrong reasons and they fall out of love with the person that they're with. So whatever the case may be, have the conversation. It might save your marriage, it might save your relationship, or it might free you from something that you shouldn't be in the first place.
Right. Well said, Phil. Well said.
And
but
ladies, I just want to say something about the dryness. I hear them talking in the comments about the dryness. Ladies, if y'all have an issue with dryness, I have a solution for that. It may cost you $50, but trust me,
Cost you 50.
it's gonna work. I'm just saying.
Well, let me ask you a question though, because even when it comes to that, moisture comes from. First of all, let's talk about a lost art today. And I know this is a lot for the morning. I don't know who's still in the room or who isn't, but this is real talk. This is what we do, y'all. We team up for the weekend, and this is Feel Good Fridays. And one of the things that's a lost art for me is two things when it comes to intimacy. Number one, foreplay. Nobody wants to foreplay anymore. You know what foreplay means? For those of y'all who don't know, it means
the kissing, the touching,
right, all of the good stuff that goes in before you even put your penis inside of me. Men forget, breasts are not handles, guys. They actually make a woman moist when you do what you're supposed to do with them. You know what I mean? There's parts and there's things that you do to make a woman moist. And there's a lack of moisture activities happening that needs to go down. Am I the only one? Can I get an amen and a hallelujah?
Right.
She ain't said that wrong. She ain't
Hallelujah.
said that wrong. She ain't said that wrong. Listen,
we've lost the art of kissing. Kissing in itself is such an intimate act. And it's we've lost the art of kissing. We've lost the art of foreplay. It's they want to rip your clothes off, throw a kiss on you, with a nipple, and then it's let's get to it. And then you wonder why I'm not wet. Hello?
I'm like an alien in the room right now. People that know me know how I do this. So I'm just listening. I appreciate it, B-Love. I like this side of you.
She said, I like this for you. I like this
Right
for you.
Cause I gets mine, girl. I gets my foreplay.
Yes.
She get hers, and this is why we gonna put all the men onto Evolution Brooklyn in her course on how
Yes.
to do foreplay, because it's a lost art. And at the end of the day, we wouldn't need no lubrication if you was lubricating.
No,
It's
no,
all
no, 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 no. Let's be clear.
Yeah.
The same way that there are some fellas that go through erectile dysfunction, there are some women that go through changes and the estrogen is low and they do
true,
not produce natural juices the way that they did once upon a time. Let's
right?
be clear. But you are correct though. If that's not your issue, fellas, do your job. The pregame is just as important as the actual game itself.
Yep.
Mentally stimulate, physically stimulate, make out. It's the lost art of making out. Kissing. A lot of
Yes.
y'all like, I don't want to kiss nobody. I don't want to kiss, but you'll go down low and kiss that. Or ladies will go down
Yeah.
low and kiss that. Listen, y'all got to
Yeah.
understand, intimacy is very important. Affection is very important. And
Yep.
you some of y'all are lost and need to be found.
Okay. This is where
And not in a
evolution
proton
comes
pack
in.
on the either.
Just know that when y'all do all of that kissing and stuff like that,
Absolutely.
feelings are being exchanged.
Right.
So a
That's
part of
what
my
this is.
course is no feelings involved.
Oh
So
Lord.
No, it got to be a two-part course. Feelings involved or no feelings
No feelings
involved.
involved.
We
right.
got to
There
break
you
it
go.
up into
Yeah,
two
yeah, yeah,
parts.
yeah, yeah.
You got to touch it all. You got to be a full-service educator, okay? Just laugh.
Step to the right if you're dealing with feelings. Step to the left if you're not.
Right?
And then we're gonna
Yes.
have to give a certain schedule for y'all over here and a certain schedule for that part.
That part right there, okay? And listen, I'm watching the notes and we're going to talk about things like, because I think this is another thing that's a whole issue, is hygiene. And it's not just women's hygiene, it's men
Men's,
too.
of course.
You know what I'm saying? It's nothing worse than going down there and you smelling like a box of salty rocks. I'm like, ugh, nobody wants to do that. You know what I'm saying? And the same for women too. So here goes my question to both of you. You're on both sides of it. Do you have the conversation with the person if there's a hygiene issue?
Of course. That's easy.
Because some men don't. Some men will not. I've had this conversation with Talent and Amir where they just like, nah, they'll just step away. I'm like, damn, you won't even send nobody a little Target card and be like, girl, just hit the hygiene aisle. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I understand it's a hard conversation to have, but let a woman know. Sometimes a man will not call you back. Because that was the conversation. They'll be like, yo, we go down there and it don't smell fresh. We not coming back.
No, we stopping right there, baby girl. You know, before we go any further, I'm gonna need you to go in the bathroom and get it right. You know,
Get a shower. Jump in the shower. How about we jump in the shower
freestyling.
together?
I'm freestyling, but I would be more tactful than that. But
Okay.
like, if you want me to finish and complete this situation, I need for you to get that right because my nose hairs is rolling back up into my eyeballs, and I can't do it. I'm sorry.
I don't know. I'm thinking, are we just
Hey, so lovely.
is this like when you meet a person and you just like going straight to it, or are you with this person for a while? Because like
Either
I
or.
don't like to do
Both.
anything without putting
Both.
a person in the shower first. Like,
Okay.
because I need
So
to
you
have
one of those
I need everything open and accessible, and I would like for it to be like Irish Spring fresh, like. I'm just saying, unless we get like a quickie on the street, then you know you get what you get. But
you get what you get.
if we really gonna have a session or whatever, I'm gonna need you to hit that shower player, come back and holler at me. I'm gonna holler at you.
Yeah.
I need you to get up under those testicles and
Under
you
the
know,
ball
get some
wall.
crevices. I may want to do something different to you.
Hey Keisha, I would
Y'all got to
definitely
get in there. Yeah, get in
I
there.
definitely would say something,
Yeah.
Keisha. I definitely would.
Like,
Oh my
you know.
God, that's so funny.
This
Shower
ain't like
before the date.
sour
Listen.
nuts are a big no for me. Damn it. And understand, right? Understand, right? Yeah, we fellas can get a little musty and this,
Sour
that, and
nuts
the
are a
third,
big
whatever.
no. If it's not salty, just kiss them in the mouth and let them taste it. Taste your own nasty, salty balls.
What the figure? Listen, fellas,
Okay.
Let
you
me
know what's
tell you, a
funny? You know
little
what's
salt
funny?
ain't bad though. A
You know
little
what's
bit.
funny? You know what's funny?
A little salt,
Fellas,
but too much
the,
salt and give you
the,
high
diff-
blood pressure.
the difference between men and women, is if we got a smell to us, y'all gonna smell it as soon as you kind of get down there. Y'all can be
Mhm.
deceptive. Y'all can either have some Febreze or some Summer's Eve or something that's
Febreze.
kind of, you know,
If
I'm being funny.
I got a
I'm being
Febreze, this
funny.
coochie, something's wrong.
I'm being funny.
Please
What
tell
you
me we're
think?
not for breezing, ladies.
Please tell us you're not.
You could have took
You
that
mean
shower.
summer's even. Summer's even.
Oh,
Can you taste that? That's the question I had. Could you guys taste like summer's eve? Like when a woman washes and you go down on a, can you taste that? You
I
can?
can tell you for a fact you can if she don't get in there right, them crevices. You can also taste that nasty perfume that women put down there. I never understood that whatsoever. I will make a chick get up and figure that out because I don't want to taste the toilet water like you're killing me. Like, no, we're not doing that. Not at all. Let me
and,
go
and
in
see
there
that
and wash you because you
and,
don't know what you're doing. Like, yeah,
and that's the thing. And
I'm
that's
not
the
taking you
thing.
as you are. No.
Because of the woman's anatomy, it can be deceptive. Like you could smell good on the outside, and
But you
then as
open
soon
the
as
door and you get.
oh my lord.
Yeah, and you know, cause and stop doing that, ladies. Stop putting perfume down there. You are killing your pH balance. It doesn't taste good. Now I got to think about you at work. Like, damn, I really did. You know what I'm saying? Like, I will never
Not
call
the
you. I'm
finger
changing my
snip.
number today. Like, you know, it's not good. And it's coming from a
You
woman
gotta
who
scratch
loves
and
women.
sniff.
So let's get it together, ladies. That's not the summertime coming. I need y'all to be real fresh. I may see some of y'all somewhere. You understand?
Oh
I'm
my
just
God.
saying.
She's
Just
different. She's
get it
different,
right.
different.
Get it right.
I love
And
it.
then
We gonna
salt,
talk.
salt. I take salt. Like if you, how can I say this? It's the morning time. If you ejaculate and it's a little salty, I kind of like that.
Please.
What you do? Take your margarita glass and rub it around in it, and you got some film for
I
your
do a
drink.
couple of things, Phil. I ain't got no glass, but I do a couple of things.
Damn it.
You went in your margarita glass with that salt, girl.
I'm just saying.
Hey,
Oh shoot!
yeah.
Yo, this right here. This is tonight, guys. Part 2 is tonight.
Oh,
on
it gets worse.
Love Fridays
It
right
gets
here at
spicy.
8 o'clock. Make sure you
It gets
guys are here.
spicy. It gets spicy.
My old spice. Oh, baby
Evolution
powder.
Brooklyn.
Yo,
Evolution Brooklyn.
I am
Beyond
done.
beyond Feel the Love Fridays, right? Where can people find you, see you, experience you on these internet streets?
Who?
Okay. Okay.
Evolution.
Wait, I got one more question, and we let her go. Hold on, before we wrap up. Wait, I got one more question.
Okay.
I got questions.
Hey, Queen.
You
It's
might
on
need
you.
to come
What
over
you
to. You might need to come tonight. Literally and
I
figuratively.
got questions. It's one more question. So
My bad.
somebody put in the chat that one of their problems is they like to go raw dog, right? And I was reading a story the other day about stealthing. So for those who, I don't know if y'all know what stealthing is, but stealthing is like when a man puts a condom on right before you have sex, and then when you get into the act, they slip the condom off, and you don't know that the condom came off. Which is basically like you didn't even ask my permission to go raw dog, but now we going raw dog, right?
Yeah.
You know, in a day right now where you just like never know what you're gonna get. How do you approach that? I want to go raw dog. And are you fixed, sir? Are you fixed while you going raw dog? Or you just like this dude out here who's having babies left and right? Like, What are we
Tracy
doing?
T.
Tracy too.
I
Tracy's
love
like,
Tracy. See, Tracy did that with me last night. I like her.
okay. She be giving them Friday morning feels.
On live, y'all. On live. I'm sorry. She was on live with me last night. Even though she is sexy, so hey, you never know.
Okay, listen, Tracy T, over here, you can get it. You can
That,
and you will get it, sis. Just so you know, over here,
let
you
me
can and
find
you will.
out what's going on here.
I'm
But
talking about the channel. I'm talking about the channel. But let's get back to the question. Stealthing.
I think that's a sexual assault. I think that's a problem, an issue. Now, if you're in the act of it and you have a condom on and it busts, things can happen. That's different. But if you purposely go to take it off, you're making a purposeful effort to kind of break a trust.
Right.
If you're not saying, at least communicate, say, hey, you think I could take this off because of whatever. Communicate. If she says yes, have at it. If she says no, then rock out how you rocking out. But don't just purposely say, okay, yeah, I'm gonna get her pregnant anyway. Let's not do that. Let's not do that. That's a
Not at
dangerous
all.
and slippery slope. And you can be charged for that. You can be charged for that.
Yes,
I
that
mean,
is an offense.
That's
Yeah,
more common now too. That's more common now too. That's why I don't tell a lot of people about my like professional life and stuff like that, because men are trying to trap women now. It's and sometimes you have to be the plan B queen, because
keep
you don't
those
want to get
COVID
pregnant,
tests,
so
those
you
Plan
put it
Bs,
out.
those tampons, all in the all on the shelf.
Yes. That's why my lube be so thick, because I ain't trying to keep you so.
She got
What the lube got to do with everything?
The lube is thick. If them, you gotta see this lube, y'all. We gotta talk. So, ladies, hit me up, because this lube is super thick. It go on like, oh man, you gotta
like that creamy
Don't
that
nobody want to.
oil.
Don't nobody want
I'll just
gummy
say it.
juice around their thing. Don't no man want no gummy juice around no thing. What you trying to do?
It's clear. No, but let me
Not
tell
gummy
you.
juice.
And let me ask you, do we
man.
not feel when they take off this condom? Like, that's why I think we got to be more in touch with our bodies, son. Because I can feel it. Like, you can't feel it, ladies.
Well,
Not if you got that thick old jelly juice on. If you got that jelly juice, it's Phil calls and you ain't feeling nothing. All you're feeling is the motion and the act. And my thing is, can we like start walking around with papers? Like, can I please see your paper saying that you were just checked and that everything's a go?
Easily.
Because if you do, then I don't know that I'm not mad at taking the condom off. If your papers are up to date, saying that you clean, and I mean like 2 days date.
Right.
You know
What
what I'm
the lube
saying?
got to do with it.
Then I'm not, then I'm mad at the condom coming off. But if not, no, sir. No,
Well,
sir.
I'm going to be honest. Those papers are only as good as their last experience anyway.
That's what I
That's
mean.
a fact.
Today's
Remember that
date.
too.
That's a
You gotta
fact.
have
I'm freaky, but I'm
today's
smart.
date. Right.
Yesterday's papers is not today's papers.
Yes.
And now you got to check the authenticity to make sure they wasn't created on a laptop.
Yes.
What the hell? I need the real
Ladies and
stamp,
gentlemen.
sir. I need the official stamp.
Ladies and gentlemen.
It's a wrap, y'all. It's a wrap. Evolution, where can we find you, beautiful?
Okay, I am on Instagram at Evolution Brooklyn. One word, spell it all the way out. You can also, the funny thing is, I never tell people this, but if y'all ever wanted to know how I was like before all the freaky stuff happened, you can look for me. I used to have a podcast called Unique Expressions Podcast. It was Unique UNIQ Expressions with the X. So it was X Expressions Podcast. If you want to know a little bit about me,
on YouTube.
I did it for like a year, and I never talk about it. But people always ask me, "You ever going to bring this podcast back?" And I'm like, I would, but I'm gonna bring it back in a total different lane, because I've evolved.
She's blossomed. She's a whole nother animal.
I'm open like a flower.
Damn it. All right, Lotus Blossom. All right, Lotus Blossom.
And if you are interested in like some of the businesses that I have, you can go to uniquestarent.com. That's UNIQSTARENT.com. You can get in touch with me. I do DJ services. I'm a chandler, so I make custom candles. I also have a clothing line. You can check all this stuff out. If you want to know a little bit more, you can also just hit me up at Evolution Brooklyn.
And for her
on Instagram.
extracurriculars, her DMs are there, fellas and ladies.
Yes.
And she will be right back here tonight at 8 p.m. with your boy at Big
On this channel.
right here talking that ish, y'all, just like this, but on the next level. This is the clean
Feel
version.
the love Friday.
Yes, the girls will be out tonight. Thank you so much, beautiful, for coming on. You are so awesome. We appreciate you.
Appreciate you,
We
Evolution.
see you
Thank
tonight.
you.
Tonight, darling.
And to everybody in the room, we just want to say thank you so much for rocking out with us. We know that this conversation was, a little different than what we do, but we teeing y'all up for Feel the Love tonight. So make sure you guys check in tonight, 8 o'clock, right here on YouTube.
8 p.m. What you got going on? Where else can they find you, and what else you got going on, Miss B Love?
You guys can find me on every channel at LGL Real Talk, guys. I'm always out and about on these social media streets. Every Wednesday, I have a live that I do at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time on Instagram, LGL Real Talk. We talk about the things that make people who don't know their worth and how you will find it and how you're able to walk in beautiful grace, which your girls tries to do all the time, although I can get a little wild with it, clearly. And of course, you can find me
There's
right
a special
here.
thing for Big Grease, too.
Anyway, you can find me right here with my awesome co-host at Big Phil Speaks every Monday, Wednesday, Friday from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m., guys. Thank you so much for joining us. Have a happy Friday. Big Phil, where can we find you?
All over, everywhere, even when you ain't looking for me. At Big Phil Speaks, I'm universal throughout all the platforms. Monday, Wednesday, Friday with my lovely co-host, B Love, here with Good Morning Gang. Friday nights, Feel the Love Fridays, not your average dating show where we do topics and we turn up and get spicy. Fellas, the ladies be there, and they ain't lacking estrogen at all. Trust me. Come through. And you might find you somebody. You hear me?
Okay.
Other than that, you can catch me on these IG streets, on these TikTok streets. I'm going to be on Twitter. I'm going to be all around the world. And yeah. You hear me? Big Phil Speaks. And I always say it like this, smile. Because you never know what it might do for somebody, including yourself. And on top of that, more importantly, love on somebody on purpose. With that being said, me and B Love, we rolling about this summer. Y'all have at it. And until the next time we chop it up, have a tater. Until that day, guess what?